Well, hello YouTubers and toy train buffs. Here we are again with the Edge of Town layout where I'll be showing you a couple of the uh, rehabs I've been doing on it, the rejuvenation efforts for this small layout. First of all, I tore up all the track. Well, it wasn't much to tear up because from the last video I posted about a week ago, none of the track was screwed down. So all I had to do was, pull it up and put it off to the side. And I painted the tan areas that were peeking through. Actually, I painted that whole area underneath the track that you see now. I painted that all with hunter green, and I got this. It's an acrylic paint. I got this at Michael's. Walmart sells a similar product, and it took a couple coats actually, and it's not like 100% covered, if you will. There's some, because the acrylic paint is kind of thin, there's some of the old paint showing through, but you can't see it from here. It's all underneath the track. So no longer do we have that obtrusive tan just popping out at you from underneath the track. Okay, what else? Well, then of course I did mention that I repainted this Marx plate girder bridge, so that's good to go. And it came to me that this is actually the third switch or turnout I've had on this layout. The very first turnout was it was one of these, exact same model. Then I put and it went bad. Then I put the other one on and it went bad. And now I'm up to turnout number 3. Okay. Here, speaking of painting, and while we're on track, this area here I deliberately left unballasted, or I should say I deliberately did not use the Marx track with plastic road bed. And I painted underneath here this kind of ugly brownish color, which is okay. But that too was the tan color, and it was really poorly done. Everything I did on the original version was hand painted, more or less following lines I drew onto the board. A, I didn't draw very good lines, and B, I didn't paint very well. Yeah, I wasn't very good at coloring when I was a kid either. That whole going outside the line things was always an issue with me. So, okay. Then, okay, that's the track. So, no more tan showing. This area now is a more cohesive looking brown. And the reason I did this, because this is supposed to be the industrial siding and not quite as pretty or as manicured as the main line. And then too, I was thinking somewhere in here, and I'm not sure I'm going to do this yet, but somewhere in here, probably that middle track, I'm going to figure out a way to put in an operating car. Probably a Lionel car. I don't know what yet, and I'm just still mulling that over. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I won't worry about that now. Okay. Then, I mentioned in the previous video that this layout rejuvenation is a series of mini projects within a bigger one. Here's one of those mini projects. There's a Plasticville freight platform. When I got it, it was dirty. It was missing the chimney. The post was broken off at the bottom. If you can see that. Okay, it doesn't matter. What I did is got a chimney from a repo chimney or smokestack from the Marx William Crookes passenger set. Glued it on there. I filled the holes that would accommodate the Plasticville sign because I don't want any sign on here. and I'm going to do some repainting. I've already bought the paint. It was hard to say. I want to paint the roof. Start it off with a dark gray and then give it details, build up details in lighter colors. I was going to do that today, but today I was going to spray paint it today, the roof, and that just didn't work out. Didn't have time. Things happened and couldn't do it. All right, the buildings. Right now we've still got the cardboard buildings that this little area is based on. I've also tried to delineate with the fencing. This is K-line fencing, which was a copy of Marx fencing. This area here is going to have a different filling station. I've already ordered it. It's a kit. I got to build it. This area here is a small parking lot for the passenger shelter. It's as small as the shelter is. It doesn't need a very big parking lot. And this is going to be it. I got to put some striping on the road. I'll do that one of these years. And I think this area here, this corner, is going to be billboard corner. This one that you see here is a blinking billboard. I haven't wired it, no wiring yet. But I also have a K-line operating billboard. You know, the kind where the guy has a, what would you call it, a poster brush that he's trying to affix the large size poster or advertisement to the frame. I don't know how else to say it. But I've got one of those. And this area here, I'll swap out billboards as whim dictates. Then if I don't want any operating billboard, I'll put something like that up. Marx made billboards, Plasticville, Lionel, they all made billboards. So whatever I feel like doing, that's what I'll do. But this is, I believe, will be billboard corner. Alright, so that's the basic plans, and along with some of the things I've already done. Now, I've been running this, let's see here. I've been running this RMT Bud RDC card, rail diesel card, and like just about everything else that I place on this layout, it has issues. It runs fine in both directions. Okay, not a problem. It's a good runner. But the issues are, as you would suspect, with the turnout. It goes into the turnout fine, no problem. But it hates leaving the siding. Once it gets to this right here, boom, derailment. Well, okay, you can say it's a this is a passenger type vehicle, if you will. What's it doing on the siding? Yeah, you're right. It's just, you have to test things out. And for any of you kids watching, if there's any kids watching, understand that if you get involved with anything electrical, mechanical, it's going to present challenges, and you work with those challenges. What I've done over the years, I've learned that some engines will work fine in a clockwise direction and not in a counterclockwise direction, which is really odd. You would think it would work either way, right? No, some engines have a problem going one way versus the other way. Weird, but that's the way it is. And then, of course, the engines will have problems with turnouts. So you just figure you just figure out, when you have an engine and a train on the layout, how it best operates. And you take its best operating mode and you run with it. Yeah, I mean, you just play. So, let's see what this does now. And like I said before, none of this track is screwed down yet. So, things may come loose as I'm filming here. But let's do a really quick running session here. All right. This is a nice running unit. I've learned for this particular bud car that it runs better in the forward only mode. There's a switch underneath, okay? And you flick it one way and it's forward only. You flick it the other way and it's the typical forward, neutral, reverse, neutral sequence. It just works better running in one direction. What I like about this is it has fairly decent speed control. Unlike the typical Marx engine, which has 2 speeds, stop and go like heck. Now let's see what we can get here for different angles. Okay. Well, I do believe we call it a wrap and say goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, sayonara, tschüss. Till next time, YouTubers. See ya.